It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, it's the Commanders' veteran quarterback. He's coming off a big week throwing the ball, nearly hitting 400 yards. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, just ahead on EA Sports.
Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Throwing is Hurts. On target over the middle to Hill. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Driven down the field nicely here. And it's put up a shot.
Because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Gainwell. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that neighborhood.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hurts. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And Pascal's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. But it's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. This will be caught at about the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rudolph on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Gets around him. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 14 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. Open man right side is Toney. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Rudolph. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A give running right is Gainwell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well. So
here is Washington now to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle. Now Rudolph. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser Williams. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll take over with great field position here, down a point as they start 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now it's Rudolph.
That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Gibson again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Here's Rudolph. being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rudolph looking to throw.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders have regained the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Slide for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts escaping the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. From the 17, Rudolph. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he fends him off. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rudolph on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot. One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Eluding the pressure right.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and they've reached halftime with the score 17-10. The Raiders locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he'll just get rid of it. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
A handoff for Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 40-yard line. 3rd and 2, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get involved in the end zone.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. From the 39, Rudolph. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Are things looking much rosier for him here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On second down, Gainwell looking for space. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hurts. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going to the field. Play a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the counter, Gibson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Rudolph looking to throw it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Here comes a 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Rudolph. And that's incomplete.
Field goal unit on Joey Sly now.
This will be from 49 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And some room to run now.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And some room to maneuver.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagle.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's now third down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On second down, here's Gibson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Complete to number 87. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Oh, good move. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Drops this one down to Gainwell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Hurts. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jared Davis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3.
And the Commander defense able to hold.
And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for number 87. Incomplete.
They'll run for it. Sermon
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Rudolph.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for